you're very familiar with. So for the first question, should Black Americans with student loans be forgiven regardless of their repayment status?
Sure. So what you just talked about, as you all know, for those of you who have loans, there are a lot of repayment programs that are out there, and there are a lot of situational issues that have been corrected under the Biden administration. That's just the truth. The reality is, I actually don't think any Black American who went to college should have to pay back anything, whether you went to a 2-year institution or. Thank you for the one clap. The system sets you up. Why should I have to pay it back? Think about it, right? When you look at a job application, right, they want you to have, in some cases, a 4-year degree. You want to do certain things. In certain cases, they want you to have a master's degree. In my case, moving up in my career in higher education, you have to have a PhD or education or doctorate degree to move up. But the reality is, schools that would have welcomed our people going to HBCUs are severely underfunded. Oh, and by the way, just a side note, our schools have gotten in trouble through accreditation, but I think the accreditation process is a joke. There's no way in the world we should be comparing a Tuskegee to the University of Alabama. Those resources are two different things, right? Oh, and by the way, because of their racism, they're now short on nurses, they're short on pilots. So they didn't think about all of this when they were putting these issues into practice. And if you're like, hey, Dr. Hall, you're just up there just talking, making fun of people, I would urge anybody to read a book called The Color of Law. Go read The Color of Law. It writes this out. When we talk about healthcare, there's a book called Medical Apartheid. All of this stuff is written down. And so in my eyes, the reality is we now know that 60% of people's paychecks are going to pay rent. That means very little money for you to pay off your student loans. And so in many cases, student loans are crippling families, so they can't afford homes. Yep. And we know that homes are the #1 way to build generational wealth. And so that money is forgiven and given back to the people who have rightly learned that you went to school, you did what these people told you to do, you're doing a good job at, making money and working a good job. I see absolutely no need why you should not be giving back the money that you put into the system.
Good luck.
Thank you.